Hi, everybody. So awesome. Yesterday they banned trans child abuse. That's awesome. We'll watch the Bush guy until someone comes in.
Missing Mod says, we are watching you. Oh, hey. Land Worker says, my prayer consisted of heal me or kill me, please. Thankfully, he did the former. Oof. All right. All right, I'm going to skip ahead in the chat to something I can comment on. Hey, shout out to Joseph, exactly. Memory eternal. Does Daniel know his wall is on fire? Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, though. All right, Land Workers getting out of here.
We're watching you, Daniel. We know where you live. It's on Mars.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Hi, everybody.
Daniel will be going off with his joyful noise.
Oh.
Nice sustain at the end. Thank you, Daniel. Howdy, Gangster Ghost. No argument. Just reiterating on your confusion to earlier statements. It's hard, though, this medium with the time between sent and reading. Yeah, I know. That's the issue. I spend maybe a lot of time on one comment, or I'm like reading something, and then I see later, and you're like, people are responding to something I just said, and by the time I get to it, I don't know what you're responding to. Gangster Ghost says, Mr. Bush, we are watching too. Oh my goodness. Reception?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. So, this tomorrow, the 30th, which we'll start celebrating once the sun goes down, is about the three hierarchs of the church. The 11th century Christian appears to have been more deeply concerned about his religion than the generations which preceded him and those which have followed. He enjoyed a greater freedom of expression than the predecessor who worshipped Jesus Christ at the peril of his life. And his life was not crowded with the social changes brought on by the invention of the printing press and the machine age. Unencumbered by ideology spawned in revolution and knowing only one mother church, his popular topic of conversation.
He's serious? He's very serious. Oh, let's see something else on here. What's oh, what about some other stuff until someone joins? Little guys, it's just the little guys. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. It's just it is. Just the way it is. Oh, who's here? Who's here? Hi, AJ.
Hi, Gigi. How's it
How are
going?
you? Good. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
That's good. What you been doing?
I just took a brief look at Daniel's stream and then came over here.
Oh, thank you. You know that Trump just banned trans child abuse?
Yes, that's great news. Praise God.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, finally. All 50 states, it's banned.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I put a link to the website of White House in the comments.
Yeah, I saw the link. Yeah, that's good. Because this transgender ideology is just total nonsense. I'm glad. It needs to be dismantled.
I agree, it's abuse. I'm glad they banned it. Ban them all.
Yeah.
But what you been doing all day, little guy?
Not much. Not much today.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Have you ever played? Do you play video games?
No, I'm not big on video games myself.
Oh, I like to play Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Fortnite. I'll play that. I'll play all kinds of games. But uh, yeah. What do you think of this pope they have? Do you think the pope before was a better pope?
Well, I like Pope Benedict the 16th. But I mean, I like Pope Francis. Yeah, he can have statements that can be unclear, but I believe he's doing the best he can.
Oh, that's good. A lot of people I heard said they like the other pope better. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see why they can say that. But Pope Benedict was more. I think he was more of a theological writer. Pope Francis is more someone who wants to reach out. Um, but yeah, people have different views.
I think who would make a good pope is David, the zealot. He'd make a good pope. Yeah, he'd be the best pope since Peter, I guess. Would that be good? Oh, was Paul ever pope?
No, not Paul.
Oh, okay. What about John?
No, only Peter was
Oh, okay.
he was the only of the 12 apostles who was a pope.
Oh. Are you Roman Catholic or regular what's the difference between regular Catholic and Roman Catholic?
Well, there are different rites to the Catholic Church, but I'm the Latin rite. But yes, I would be a Roman Catholic, so I'm yeah.
Oh. What about you ever heard of Vatican I Catholics?
Yeah, well, those people would be set of a contest. If they don't submit to Vatican II, then they're not actually a true Catholic.
Oh, because here's this guy I know back in the day from Yahoo Answers. He says he's a Vatican I Catholic, and he doesn't recognize Vatican II Catholics as Catholics. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy. He's wrong because Vatican II Catholics are Catholic. He's the one that's wrong.
It's crazy. Have you? What's the difference between any of the Catholics? Do you think oh would you like if Catholics and Orthodox and Protestants all combined into one again?
Yeah, that would be great. That's the hope. But as of right now, there's so much division. Like for example, you have Protestants divisions, and then it's just that's what John 17. That's what Jesus high priestly prayer.
Oh, what if yeah uh yeah what do you think if they I heard if they combine Catholic with Orthodox, there are going to be Orthodox guys who are going to break away.
Yeah, I could see that happening because some Orthodox won't be happy with that. But I just want, it would be great for just everyone to be, on the same page. But right now, everyone, just different people, different beliefs.
Oh. Do you think so? Sandman's fault?
No, it's not his fault. I mean, this all happened before he was even born.
Oh. Yeah. What would you do if there was another schism, they broke up, and there's another set of Christianity called Vatican III Catholics, the Revenge of the Pope?
Well, there can't be any Vatican III Catholics because Vatican III hasn't happened yet. If it happens.
Yeah, would that be crazy?
Yeah, it would, but this Vatican II's only been like for 60 years, so.
Oh. But yeah, I'm just so glad. Yeah, and he changed gender back to being what it really means. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy. Actually, I didn't vote for Trump or Harris. I voted for like a third party who was this pro-life. He was called Peter Sonsky. But I'm just happy that Trump did the whole what is it, male and female only.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I want to ask you, what would happen if Daniel became the top guy of Orthodox?
I don't really know. I don't really know.
Yeah. Do you think he could be the Pope of the Orthodox?
Well, they don't have a pope. I think it's called patriarch, but maybe. I mean, I would prefer he become Catholic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so awesome. What would you do, Catholic? Do they worship? Do they? What if someone put the cat in Catholic?
You said a cat?
Yeah, and Catholic.
That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. Do you see yesterday's show? Forgot. Oh yeah, yesterday got all hand and lot.
Yeah. Wasn't it with Tim and some? Who else was there?
Tim Hazel and
Dustin.
Dustin. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Did you have to end the show because it was getting crazy, or you had to go?
I had to go. But yeah, it was crazy that day. Have you ever? Oh yeah, Father Charles. He's gonna be start doing the shows again on starting February 7th.
Oh, okay. Is he going to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, is that debate with him and Tim? Is that supposed to still happen?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Sure. No idea. But I know he's gonna have Daniel come on and stuff. That's gonna be awesome. I'd love to see you guys talk to Father Charles. He's always first Orthodox I talked to. He's a Russian Orthodox. Yeah, he's a very good priest.
yeah. Father Charles. He's funny because I was watching that again, him versus Bruce Wayne, and he said he just was saying all these one-liners. I thought it was kind of funny. Like he said, if I start speaking in Greek, you'll be thinking you're in Japan or something. I don't know. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it been a while, but yeah, I got that. I got part 2 is when he came back on there. Part 3 was after a debate, and part 4 they actually teamed up to take on Burger Pike and Mark Stoney over Free Will. Yeah, it was oh hi, the den, Z Den, called Z Den.
Oh yes, David is here. Yeah, that's good to see.
Yeah, and yeah, I love to see you guys go on there too. You love Fire Charles show. We were going there very early days.
Yeah, I think we would get along with Father Charles. I mean, we would agree on a lot. Just there's differences, but
yeah, he's Orthodox. A lot of people keep it thinking he's Catholic. It's funny, like, and then a couple minutes later, he's like, "That's brave of you being part of the Catholic Church." But a couple minutes later, he revert back to thinking he's Catholic. But he just told him a couple minutes ago he's not Catholic. It's just funny. Because it's definitely because he's a priest. They normally think of Catholics as priests, I guess. It's so funny. Oh, Father Charles, he's a crazy guy. Yeah, and yeah, when he talked to Lupin the first time. It was crazy and stuff. Yeah, yeah, what's his name? Bruce. He's a crazy guy. Bruce. First time he ever
Bruce
came
Wayne.
on. Yeah, he went crazy over baby baptism. I joke around him, ask him, "Do you ever had a dream where you're being baptized as a baby?" You're like, "Oh, don't baptize me! I'm just a baby."
Well, here's the thing. Bruce Wayne, he's still a Catholic because if you're baptized a Catholic, you're still a Catholic. He's just not practicing. So, but he
Oh,
can't get away from the Catholic label. He's still a Catholic.
I would like. Yeah, next time I see him, I'm gonna make sure to let him know.
Yeah, tell him he's still a Catholic.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna say then. He's gonna explode. He's a crazy guy. But yeah, it's funny. Yeah, he's he always a crazy guy. Uh, Bruce, he's a crazy guy. He's buddies with a friend of Lupin, Stump. Yeah, they don't seem to like Catholics. I guess. What do you think of that? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
crazy?
crazy. I have heard them. They don't. They basically like they despise Catholics. They despise Catholic teaching. Everything about Catholics they don't like.
Uh, Achilles said, "Here's these people went over in Southern America, like old Mexico or something, and start destroying idols." I guess because they said that Jesus told them to do that. Where did Jesus ever say that?
What? No, that's not right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wrong.
You heard Jesus said to do stuff like that?
To make idols?
Oh, destroy idols, not idols. Icons.
No. And um, I think that was um classified as a heresy in the early church about people who said like icons, making icons are wrong. I think that was they condemned as a heresy. Like you can't say that.
Oh yeah, iconoclast. I think it's
Yeah,
called.
but a lot of people, I just don't understand really what the whole. I know like people think well Mary was just an ordinary woman or like she was the mother of Jesus, but that's it. Well, I mean she's it says in the scriptures generations will call her blessed. So I don't. But I'm glad Tim apologized for saying about the whole sleeping because that was wrong.
It was crazy that day. I tried to keep what's it called? Peace. It was gone crazy. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think. I mean, your streams like when it's just like if David comes on and it's like you or him or some other people, it can be tame. Or even some people who like Protestants, if they come on, it can be tame. But some people come on, start cussing. Like what is? Do you have a no cussing policy here?
Uh, by Burger Pike. He definitely doesn't like cussing.
Yeah, because I will just whenever I hear the cussing, it just makes me want to just leave.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just
It's
it
just
gets
crazy.
crazy, especially. I mean, Dustin, when he gets angry, if he's angry at you, he starts cussing all the time.
Yeah, he's a crazy guy, Dustin. He always been such a crazy guy. Uh, he he just goes off on people. Like there's this other guy named AJ. He just snapped on him one day and went psycho on him. He's just a psycho guy. He's crazy. Uh, yeah, Dustin's a funny guy. He's crazy. But Zedon, join us, Z-Den. Any legends at A-Den?
Yeah, probably is the best time to join right now before it gets crazy again.
Yeah. Oh, what would you do if do you think America should buy Canada and Mexico?
I don't think so. I don't think it's necessary to buy like the whole Greenland purchasing of Greenland. I don't think it's necessary. There's no need.
I don't know. It's all crazy, like. But what? Drive it. Oh, okay. That's okay then. He says he's
Oh,
driving.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think if it starts to get crazy, I'll just hop off.
Sorry about
No,
that.
it's all good. It's just for
So
yeah, for the sake of
yeah,
it.
no.
Just I don't want to hear all.
Did you ever make this face?
Yeah,
Or this?
yeah. I sometimes will look like
Or this? Or like this might remind me of what Aiden does. Lady Aiden. Hi, I'm Lady Aiden. I'm here to say hi to y'all. Eh? I'm Lady Aiden. Whoa. What about this? This guy reminded me of Clay.
Yeah, it does.
He just needs a beard. He can be him.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, sorry. Here's Murder Pie. This guy's really crazy. He took the cafeterias out to kill him.
Well, that's slander.
Yeah. He's a crazy guy. Oh. Trouble's here. Hi, Dustin. Are you right, Dustin? Can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Dusty.
Hold on.
He disappeared. He needs something like this. Don't know what it is, but he needed it. And he would dance like this.
Is that damn Posy baby?
Yeah. Then he would like to have some of this. Then he liked to eat some food like this. I want some food. It's crazy. Yeah, that guy, Dustin, he's a funny little guy. He's a crazy guy, but he's a funny little guy. Go catch him and put him in a cage. We'll make sure to
Yeah.
walk him every day. That's right. But what do you think will happen if Z-Den became the new Pope? Pope Den. So Zealot Pope. Pope Zealot.
Well, I mean, I don't think. I think even he would admit that's. He may not want to be Pope because that's a big responsibility.
Yeah, it would be crazy. But he could be the Z-Den. But know what you need to say? No, don't be a sad Lupin. Be a happy Lupin. See? Well, this guy they say is a Jesuit priest. By this guy. Look at him. He's all. Hey, right here, he looks like a freedom fighter guy. Yeah, he's a funny guy. And Aiden looks like this guy, Charles Don. Aiden Don.
That's crazy.
This guy's a gangster. He's Gangster Steven. They call him PG as his gangster. Here's him again, Gangster PG. He's Gangster Steven. Yeah, he's a gangster. Just like Aiden is. See? Wait. Oh, this guy's. There's two. So funny. A two-headed Lupin. He's funny. And here's Burger Pie. Here. He just looks so funny there. And there's Aiden. 810s. He's a crazy guy. Well, this is Father Charles. Oh, sorry. What are you going to say?
Nothing. I was just laughing at because that was funny, Father Charles.
Oh, look, the gang's all here. He's a gangster. Oh no, gangsters or leprechauns. I don't know. They're all gangsters. Gangster Steve. Yeah, he's a funny little guy, Steven. But I want to ask you something. Have you been on the PGs before?
No, I've not.
Oh, yeah. The PGs are great guys. The show they're doing is I think they're doing. I forgot what show they're making. But yeah, they're 6 Saturdays when they're doing their show about uh about a line a open room. Today they're doing a show about the Word of God, harvesting the Word of God, and then the first they're doing a show about Glorycast, and then also the first they're doing a show about open panel. Then they're doing a show of the second with the Dan Posey, Dan talk with Dan Posey, and some other things.
So how did you first meet Dan Posey? Like, how did you two first meet?
Oh, for Proverb guys.
Oh, so did you go to Proverbs? Like, did you find Proverbs guys by yourself, or how did you find them?
Oh, it was a while ago. I think it was through Brett King. There's one guy. I ended up going on Steven and this is way before the Power guys. Went on Steven and Father Charles show. They used to be friends. Oh, Robert Dan Posey said he would invite you to his Dan talk, his designer show.
Oh, what is that? Is that what does he talk about?
He have a show. I think the second about designer. He said you're invited to it. Is there anything in this you for you would consider not to be designed? Oh. What if he said you're not designed? I don't. But yeah, he said you could come on his show. Oh, hi, asshole. Yeah, it's crazy. What if? What would you do if you want? What do you believe evolution? How God made us, or you
Like,
say?
I think I've answered this question. That it's something that's not on my mind. So yeah, like
Sci-fi guy.
I just won't, because I don't really think about that. I just think about things of the Lord.
Oh, that's good. The power guys do a lot of stuff like fighting against evolution. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you see? What if they? Do you ever heard the shout
Yes.
of turn?
I
What do you
believe
think of
it's
that?
authentic. I think it is authentic.
What if they prove it to be true? Would that?
Then it wouldn't surprise me.
That would. Yeah. Yeah. What if that proved Christianity?
Well, I wouldn't need it to prove Christianity. I know Christianity is true without it. I know that Jesus is the Lord. I don't need any. It's just it's true.
Oh. Yeah, I agree. And you know that Power guy said he went to this guy Rob Wyatt. He this This one lady literally gave him the finger. Mrs. Noah. You got Mrs. Noah's finger.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he said he had part of the ark and part of the rock that covered Jesus' thingamajiggy. And he gave him the finger. Is that crazy?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is crazy, yes.
From Ron Wyatt, guys. Yeah, that was, yeah, it was crazy. But do you think, what would you do if you wanted to, that guy Ron Wyatt, have you ever heard of him?
Who's that?
Ron Wyatt. They said he found the ark, and Ark of the Covenant, and part of the cross with Jesus' blood on it.
Not heard of him, but yeah, no, I'm not familiar.
Yeah. I heard some people say he's. Yeah. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I'm not really. Again, I'm not really familiar, so I don't know really what to say.
Yeah. Well, who is Ron Wyatt? Oh, can I show you this? What they say about Ron Wyatt on the PGs. Let's see who this guy is.
Guest of honor was Ron Wyatt due to his 10 years of research at the site. The story began in 1957 during the Cold War when aerial photos taken of eastern Turkey while searching for Soviet missile bases revealed a strange boat-shaped formation in the mountains about 6,300 feet above sea level.
What do you think?
Oh, what do I think? Let me see.
Some of them bite, too. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner horror geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the horror geek.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it was crazy. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's quite something.
They said he found. I forgot what he found, but it was crazy. But what if? Yeah, they said he found. No, well, this has already been shown to be a rock formation at Noah's Ark. Oh. Hi, Claude. How was your talk about Kent today? Oh, I mean, yeah, it was crazy. They said he found all kinds of stuff, but people say he's a fraud. Other people said he's true. But what would you think?
This individual?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would have to really look into it because there are quite some topics that get discussed here that I'm not familiar with some of these people.
Oh. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him, say he's a fraud, and other people like him. Conway has been debunked. Fraud. What about frogs?
About frauds?
He said he's a fraud. What if he's a frog?
Well, he's a fraud, and that's not good. I mean, I don't know Con Wyatt. I have to. Yeah, I don't know who this man is.
He just saying that his name is actually Ron Wyatt. The greatly Claude.
Yes, well, oh yeah, there's no doubt he's a fraud. I mistyped it as a frag.
Is he a
whatever frag means. Yeah, there's no doubt.
What if he's a frog?
Yes, and the people that believe him. Just look at the people who believe him: Bolin, Hovind. You know, I mean, look at their reputation. Crap. So it's a rock formation. Just a big bad mama can tell you all about it. He's a geologist too. It's not Noah's Ark. It never has been Noah's Ark.
Oh, guys, how was it on that show, that AJ show yesterday?
Oh, that was all right. He was having a party because of Kent's channel being taken down. I've got mixed feelings. I quite like Kent's channel to be up because I think he loses souls for the Lord because he's such a fool. So I feel a bit sad that his channel's gone in some ways. So I'm not doing the big party. Yeah.
Are you type of guy likes to party?
Well, yes, but it's got to be for it's got to be for a really good reason, you know.
What if Kent went to prison? Would you party then?
Well, I don't know that he should necessarily be in prison. He's done his time. So, unless he does something else, then probably no need for him to be in prison. My main concern is that people give him money. Very silly people give him money. So very, very stupid people go and give Kent money. And you've known for the last year, he's had Sandra on there saying, we're not sure if the money's going to the right place. So, contact Sandra. And now we're saying, oh, we're still not sure if the money's going to the right place. Don't contact Sandra. Contact the new secretary that he's got. I mean, this is just a series of money going missing under his watch. So people would have to be stupid, but there are stupid people out there. Now look what Dan has written. Claude rhymes with fraud, and we can know that to be true. So if Claude called somebody a fraud, does that mean a person is? No, it doesn't, Dan, you dopehead. What a stupid thing to say. But that's par for the course, No wonder Dan's hero, Stephen, supports this guy, Ron Wyatt, instead of supporting his own family, of course. Doesn't pay child support arrears, but all talks up this fraud, Ron Wyatt. Crazy. The evidence is clear.
What do you think of this guy? What Dan said now about it, but we are talking.
Well, you mean like Ars Lickles has a fraudulent name too, Dan? How's that been going for you? With this flat earth nonsense. How's that been going, Dan? And your science shows.
God, you're funny guy.
You're a joke and a jerk.
Jerk of a jerk? You're just a jerk? Yeah. You're funny, Claude. You're funny guy.
Well, I've had enough today reading that shit from Dan in the comments. Seth, tell him to get his ass on here. Come on, Dan, come on the show. I want to interview you.
The French Inquisition?
I'll be nice. I'll be as nice as Dustin. Hey.
Oh, we better bust out the thumb screws then.
Yeah. I'm ready for Dan. I want him to come on. Come on the show, Dan.
He's calling you out, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah.
How could a representative of the Lord Almighty ignore a challenge from an atheist?
Atheist, yes.
But Dan Parsons is the Pope of poverty.
Don't tell Dan, but I think I discovered a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Don't tell, it's all a big conspiracy.
What kind of crack are we smoking today? French crack? Green crack? What are we doing? What's going on?
Yes, exactly. Well, they're talking about Ron Wyatt and finding Noah's Ark, and I said, well, there's about as much chance of that as me finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow.
Oh.
But you are a leprechaun.
A French leprechaun. That'd be a pot of porridge.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll go against Dan anytime. I'll go, just absolute clown of a man who bores the ass off poor Filipino workers who are waiting to get a free meal in order to listen to a whole lot of shit from Dan about stuff they got no idea. I mean, we can't understand him when he's speaking English, let alone the Filipino people. I wonder they look bewildered.
Has anybody looked into what organization he's affiliated with? Is that Blue Cross or Blue Shield or Red Cross, maybe?
I don't know. I think it's just some church that maybe the one he got his wife from. I don't know.
Oh, well, they're paying the bills somehow.
Yeah. Oh, Dan is going on about absolutes and morality, but he defends his God from killing babies. That seems to be all right, whereas I call that absolutely immoral. And he also is very happy to defend Hovind and all those PDOs that go to Hovind's dreamland.
PDF files?
Or adventure ass.
The PDFs?
Yeah, I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get Gangster's channel, in trouble. So I don't, but we know the relationship that's happened there. And Dan sticks up for that man all the time. Won't condemn him outright. It's great. So Claude's in a bit of a mood today, as you can tell.
Claude, he said this, Claude, you haven't come up with the list of this? Pervert?
First of all, I'm not a scientist. And secondly, it would be a waste of time because Dan wouldn't understand them anyway.
I think
none of us. I mean, Dan has a guy on his show who preaches flat Earth. I mean, they won't even speak out against that bullshit. That's what kind of a scientific mind Dan has.
we think Dustin. Oh no, Dustin disappeared.
I think Dustin's dropped out. Oh no, maybe it's a bad signal.
I refer brother Charles the layman ceremony to the stream. Everyone gave him a big welcome. Hi, layman seminary.
Yeah.
Where's that layman guy? Hi, little guy. He's layman seminary.
And Dan, go ask the question of a scientist. And by that, I don't mean your mate Hero Hovind, the fourth, who's just lost his fourth marriage. The one that your Bolan was on saying, oh, this is the forever Mrs. Hovind. This is the forever Mrs. Hovind. Sandra, she's so good. Funnily enough, Bolan hasn't said anything about her since. Oh, it's easy to show Dan as the fool he is.
Oh, you say?
I mean, you would think that Dan was right up there with the great geneticists, and scientists. Well, he isn't. He does a very good job, I presume, as a gardener, and that's probably what he should stick to doing.
Would you be a gardener?
A gardener? Well, I'm not a very good gardener. No, I don't claim to be a gardener. Yeah.
Oh, like Aiden? You make a good gardener. In case he missed it, it will. What do you say, Claude?
No, I stopped being on your shows because I had so much trouble getting on them because I found myself damned or banned or whatever you want to call it. And then you had your ass lickerlies come on and threaten to ban me, and in some cases booted me off in the middle of a discussion where I was proving how mathematically illiterate you bunch were.
Oh yeah, I remember that the one time he kicked you. Oh, Dustin, you're back.
I'm mathematically illiterate when it comes to addition and subtraction. What are you talking about?
So are you good at multiplication and division?
No, I can't get addition and subtraction. You're asking me. Now you're starting to sound like a theist.
Well, I thought, some people have, some people can do some unusual things.
Oh, I can do unusual things. I can do very unusual. Just none of them are valuable to anybody.
Yes.
This guy over here. Oh, I am an idiot savant. This is true. Not with math.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm only very basic at math. But...
Hi, Lupin. How was your day today, little guy?
It's good, man. How are you?
Mario Lupins, is it? How you doing, Governor?
Yeah.
Doing good.
Are you back from Washington?
Yeah. Back from Washington, yes.
Oh. He met Abe
I
Lincoln.
did. The impersonator, yeah.
Abe Lincoln impersonator. I can see it now. Mario Lupins and Abraham Lincoln. They make a coalition.
That was a good trip. I'm glad he's back in action, man, putting in a lot of work for the country.
Well, me, I'm always putting in work, buddy.
Yeah.
We've seen the stickhead Dan in the comments. Claude, I'm still waiting for evidence that you've brought the people of Singapore out of property, like you said. I think he means poverty, but he's such a dick he can't even write that correctly. First of all, I never said that, so your premise fails. That's basic logic, Dan, you idiot.
How do you read English so fluently?
Because it's the same letters.
Hey.
So you're telling me I can read French as easily as you can read English?
Well, you have a good go. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But remember, my mother was English too. So
okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay.
How is everyone today?
No, Dan, I'm not a coward when I invite me onto your show. I'll come on, but on the condition that I'm not booted by your mate Slickerleys, the flat Earth promoter.
That's not
nobody wants to go on your show. All right, it's blatantly stacked in favor of you. You have people on your show who constantly threaten to boot or kick people as long as they don't toe the exact line of how they think that they ought to behave. Who wants to go on there? If you're not going to respect the people who go on there with basic candor and decency, then why would they want to go on your AstroTurf platform?
AstroTurf.
Apparently, I just lied by not condemning heaven or something so stupid. He's an absolute redhead.
You do that again, Aiden, and I'm reporting you to HR.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. Anyways, look, as far as this whole Dan Bockel is concerned, Dan, the reason why nobody wants to go on your show isn't just that. It's because you have abundantly shown that even if you are presented with evidence, you don't actually consider it. You just find the closest pivot that you possibly can to try and dismiss it, which is not somebody with an objective evaluation of science would do. You're trying to propagate a narrative first and foremost, and everything else can get thrown to the side that doesn't conform to it. So why would he exactly want to come on your platform and engage with you? Why can't you come on this one? You said, Claude challenging me to come on Gigi's show because he probably knows I can't. Oh, you can't, Dan? You're incapable of coming on. It's just not possible. I somehow doubt that. If you're on here and you're typing on a YouTube chat, then you have the internet connection to come on the show, Dan. This is the same crap you tried pulling before where you couldn't connect to the show. No, Dan. If you have an internet connection good enough to type in the chat, chances are you've got a good enough one to come on the show.
He can't use the excuse. He's probably on a PC. My phone does better than that.
Condemning Kent. Yeah, continues at homonyms. Yes, that's very, very accurate spelling of ad hominem. Very good, Dan. Did you go to Harvard or Yale, Dan? Jeez, with spelling that good. Oh my goodness. Do something to
He went to the school of landscaping.
Yeah.
He got his diploma from Walmart.
I mean, it really isn't surprising that Dan's a good landscaper. It's all about changing the environment into something more suitable to you, just like how he changes the facts of science to suit his needs more. So it's not all that surprising.
I have a hard time believing that Dan can conform to anybody else's idea of what things should
Dan,
be.
that's not how ad hominem is. It's not at hominem. You troglodyte. That's not how you spell
it.
I've put a suggestion of what Dan can write in the comments to condemn outright Kent Hovind for his support and enabling of his pedo friends. Now, if Dan does that, I will congratulate him. So let's see it, and then we'll know for one for sure whether he does or doesn't support Kent and his certain ways. So come on, Dan, you just need to write that statement by you. I've written it for you to make it easy because I know you're not very good at that area. That's fine.
How able-centric of you there.
Yeah. Very good term. I like it.
Able-centric, yeah. Able-centric over here. He's all like, I can make accommodations for you, Dan. Yeah. You don't have to be afraid. I'll handicap myself.
Yeah. How's Aiden going?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Grateful that I didn't waste a whole bunch of my dad's money flying out to see Trump get inaugurated, only not to be able to actually go into the arena itself and have to sit in some bar somewhere. Like, you spend all that money to go there to see it happen in person, and then you don't see it happen in person. You watch it on TV like you could have just from your couch at home.
But he met Abe Lincoln.
Did a lot of other
stuff. Well, hold on a second, Aiden. You're the one who sent all that cold weather down here.
Claudia? No one said it was about you. Everything's about you. What's that, Dustin?
I said, you're the one who set the weather down here.
That's true. That's true. I mean, that freaking Arctic freeze. You think it's any better up here? I promise you it's not.
No, I don't envy you. I don't envy you in any way, shape, or form right now.
Dude, it may be expensive to live in BC, but at least they're on the other side of the Rockies. They don't have to worry about any of that crap. I've seen photos from freaking Vancouver Island. It looks like freaking summertime out there right now. It's like
the Potomac was frozen over. That was crazy.
The British Columbia.
BC.
Yeah, that's right.
BC?
Before Christ.
Oh, okay. BC
or Common Era.
Whatever.
He actually met Abe Lincoln. You're jealous.
I am a little jealous. I would love to meet Abe Lincoln.
4 shots and 7 Jager bombs ago.
Leave it a freaking Aiden every single time.
Aiden.
I was actually capable of making a coherent sentence.
Don't make me tell this Aiden on you.
After all that alcohol, I kind of doubt it.
Oh no, it's Trans Aiden.
Hi, I'm Lady Aiden. I'm here to tell you to behave yourself. Will you get up?
No!
What in the world?
Lupin was a little sexually confused by that photo.
That was no.
Hi, I'm Lady Aiden. I'm here to tell you to behave yourself. Oh, sorry. You're supposed to be Aiden. Well, Aiden.
Yes.
Did you see any Daniel's show?
I didn't see Daniel's show. I was hanging out with Missing Mod.
Missing Gray Matter?
Oh,
you guys need to figure out what's going on with your relationship, Aiden.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Me and Mod have always
She keeps telling me that she has a boyfriend. I mean, I can only take so many hints.
If you think that's me, then you're sorely mistaken, my friend.
Oh, I know you'll hang out with her. Maybe you guys aren't boyfriend and girlfriend, but there might be something else going on. Who knows?
Friends, sure, but not that much of
Oh, that's right. You have a fiance. Never mind. I'll keep it on the DL.
That's right. Right. Come on, Brittany might be listening, Dustin. What the hell?
Oh, she's definitely listening. If she's not, she's got an intern doing it for her.
There goes Aiden using Ed. It's now Ed homonyms.
He looked up the word and didn't even spell it right.
No,
wow.
He can't spell anything right to save his freaking life. I'm gonna label logical fallacies, but not even know how they're spelled. Ed homonyms and spelling to answer, and hi to poor Claude. And wasn't it you who said the dictionary definitions don't correspond to how we talk, but correct spelling does? Yeah, you got me, Dan. You got me. You know what, Dan? You've destroyed my entire way of thinking. I've been laid bare. Your logic has just peeled the layers of my illogicality back like an onion and exposed the true deception at the core. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. But
you can't help but be you just can't help but be polite to everybody, can you, GG?
Become American? Would you accept it, or would you rebel against that?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Aiden's practically an American as it is. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What can I do against it? The freaking I freaking wake up and I see a bunch of freaking M1 Abrams tanks rolling down the road. What am I gonna do against that? You know, like
scream Nazis!
Shake my fist angrily at it and be like, "Oh, that's really bad, eh? You might want to turn that there tank around."
Well, you're fair enough. I thought you were gonna lead the rebellion on
Mustafar.
I would throw Molotov cocktails, but for some reason all the alcohol is gone.
No, you see, what you want to do against a tank is take a bunch of paint and a bunch of sand and a bunch of Dawn soap. Mix them all together and you put them in balloon because it renders. Yes. Absolutely. That is the very first thing you do. Big old balloons full of paint, Dawn soap, sand, black paint preferably.
Freaking Dustin is like
50 million in condoms for Hamas.
I mean, that's something that you would do, okay? You would be the condom bandit. You would be the condom fucking bandit. I would use regular fucking dollar store water balloons. You're over here with condoms. What the
fuck? Well, he's never going to use them for any other purpose, Dustin, so come on.
I mean, right? Like, talk about a waste of resources.
I mean, I know people that will use them.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you fucking do.
Is Dan? Oh, good God. I'm Dan? That'd be the greatest troll job of all time if Dan was just like an alt account and I've just been arguing with myself this entire time. That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, that would be next level. Like you blame yourself for the damn spelling mistakes, or you made yourself like an AI robot.
High support. Can you get one sentence spelled correctly to save your life, Dan? Like, can you just, when you're done typing your sentence, take an extra couple seconds to look over the sentence and be like, is this filled with any egregious spelling mistakes that'll like invalidate my point? Maybe
he's too busy. He's too busy trying to get his thoughts out there. He doesn't care about spelling.
All right, guys, I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, you've been here just long enough to make it seem like you're not leaving because of me. We all know it's because of me. It's okay.
I mean, I'd leave after a comment like condoms like that. I'd just dip too. I don't blame you, Lupin. Most of the time I have an issue with what you do, but this one's pretty smart. You better get out of here.
Let's face it, when he brought up condoms and I said, well, he's not going to find any other use for them anyway. Yeah, it was over for Lupin at that point. It was over. Hey, Dan can take care of himself. He doesn't have the money. You see, here's Dan once again, just like purposefully misunderstanding what I've said to him. I would take the time to explain to you the actual truth of the situation, Dan, but you just misrepresent it again anyway, so what's the point? What's the point? It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. I mean, it's literally just about as worthwhile as trying to get you to spell something coherently. It's not going to happen. It's a nice thing to wish about.
You know, you really ought to lay off this third grade teacher, Aiden. Lay off that teacher, okay? Hey, Aiden, leave those teachers alone.
Hey, Aiden, leave Dan alone.
Oh, I mean, I didn't go that far.
Are you right, Aiden?
Daddy, if you're proud of me, can you buy me a ticket on the airplane? I mean, like, how does that even make any sense? What airplane? Like, where have I gone anytime soon? Like,
this is ground control to Major Dan.
To Dustin's house. For you and Dustin.
Believe it or not, you can make a sentence that's beyond a third grade level.
I got my. Oh, just what he said. So I got my dyslexia. You have your ungodly brain. They can't stop cussing when you're upset.
Dan tried to get me upset, and he failed to get me upset. So now he's trying to get you upset, Dustin. You're so transparent, Dan. You're so transparent. Like, you're so simple-minded. Your primitive cave Neanderthal level brain just cannot comprehend the fact that people can see through your motives when you're that transparent about them. Like, it was literally the last comment before that was you trying to piss me off. That didn't work. So now you're trying to shift to piss Dustin off. How godly of you, Dan. How Christian of you to just go around trying to poke people to see how angry they can get.
It's funny, earlier he talks about ed homonym, and both are spelt wrong. And I was wondering if he was referring to a talking horse. Ed homonym. Or talking out as a horse.
I think he might be talking out of his donkey, as you might say, rather than a horse.
His donkey.
And as for his claims about me living in a place where there's a lot of trafficking, the statistics don't show that at all. The country that he frequents a lot, the Philippines, is nearly twice as much trafficking goes on there, which is a point that I have made before. That Singapore has some trafficking, of course, as most countries do, but the Philippines is far worse, and that's where he seems to want to spend his time.
FindYourFilipinoWife.com.
But Claude, why don't you go through all of the massive tent cities that are all over the place in Singapore and help all those horrible, starving, indigent people that are just so well known for Singapore? When you look up pictures of Singapore, you just find nothing but poverty all over the place. It's just ridiculous. And he asked you for proof that you were helping people in Singapore, because Dan's version of an actual good deed is if you hold a freaking phone camera and record yourself while doing the deed. Somebody should have gone back to biblical times and went, "No, Jesus, stop helping those people. No one's recording me with the smartphone. It's meaningless."
Look, he's got a failing channel. I can understand him needing to come on and try and stir things up so that he maybe drives some more views. But, you look at the views of Proverbs Lies, and it's just really bad.
Pagans Guys Mysteries.
Pagans Guys Mysteries. Pagans Guys, that's a good one. I love how Dan says he's physically incapable of coming onto the show, and yet he still has all the time in the world to just jabber in the comment section.
Aiden.
He's lying. He's a lying piece of shit.
Yes, DG?
Of all the landscaping that could be getting done right now.
The 7th of February, next week, I think. That's when Far Charles is starting up again.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. What about
Looking
you,
forward to it.
Claude?
I can't wait for Daniel and Father Chuck's debate. That's supposed to be a banger.
That's not a
Claude,
debate.
Dan in the side chat. Claude shows a link to an Asian government statistics. Nobody have better actually look. That's not English, Dan. That doesn't. Nobody have better actually look at video of human trafficking in Singapore. It's so simple, even a Dan can get it. No, like, come on, bro. Like, do you really think anecdotal evidence of people is better than actual statistics? Of course you think anecdotal evidence is better. You bought hook, line, and sinker that story of those people that were persecuted by the government, even though they were the ones roughing up the cops, trying to get all rowdy with them, and they're just peacefully trying to put them in the back of the squad car. Of course, Dan the scientist relies on anecdotal evidence rather than actual statistics. Come on, Dan. Where's your fun little game where you randomly mute and unmute? Come on, that was really popular. Do it again.
Well, he's not debating Daniel. He's debating Tim. He's going to talk to
Dan.
Daniel.
The dick wanted evidence, and then when I provide the evidence, he can't read it. You know, I mean, he's just stupid. He can't. You know, he wanted the evidence. I gave him the evidence, and now, oh no! So he's a waste of space, a total waste of space.
It's a
total waste of brain matter. One day he might get a channel that people listen to, but you know, at the moment it's just obscure. Where they all each other's
troubles here.
That's the flat Earth. And Dan sits there like a lump of whatever, and accepts it. Doesn't call anybody out on the nonsense that's spouted on his channel. No wonder parents won't let their kids listen, because they want them to be educated and they want them to have a good start. And realizing the Earth is a globe is actually a good start.
Oh, Dan the drongo tries and tries. His words, they twist just like the skies. But Claude stands there with perfect grace. Oh, Dan just can't keep pace. Dude, that song is still stuck in my head all this time later. It's a great song. Dustin, have you seen any peer-reviewed? Yes. No, it's not peer-reviewed. It's peer-reviewed. This is the guy that is the evolution expert on the Proverbs guys, by the way. The guy that thinks peer-reviewed is actually peer-reviewed. Have you seen peer-reviewed papers showing 100 to 1,000 mutations that would gain the functions needed for slime to man evolution? It's way more than 1,000 mutations that'd be required to evolve slime into a human being. But, I mean, that asinine comparison aside, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to spell. Hey, Christian, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
Eat shit, Christian.
What the hell?
How are you?
What the hell? What's the problem? I'm working this problem out to right now.
I don't know. You're cursing and you didn't get kicked off. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it.
I mean, I don't curse every 3 seconds, so there's a bit of a difference.
I mean, but you know, that's sacrosanct. You can't curse ever, right? It offends people's ears. Eat shit, Christian, with both hands.
Claude complains that I don't know science, and I have no. It's not Claude that complains about that. It's everyone else in the community.
As of, the answer is yes to your question.
Hey, what's the Bible say, Christian, about that which you do to the least of us?
Don't cuss. That's what it says.
Eat shit, motherfucker. I'll say what I want.
Well, I know you will, because you're not a Christian.
Oh, I see. So you're the arbiter of what's Christian and what's not Christian. Eat shit, motherfucker.
The arbiter of that.
Oh, I see. And where I missed the part where it's...
How much time you got?
Is there anything in the
For you to make Bible pretzels? I'm not interested. Eat shit, Christian. You fake ass preacher.
Is that actually
no time is the answer?
Is there actually stuff in the Bible against cussing?
No, there isn't.
Did you beat up 5 more people today?
I mean, we could start with you.
We could, yeah.
Dude, I would snap you in half.
So
Quit talking about fights, bro. You don't want none of this.
So I've heard.
Stop fighting.
You don't want.
Can't
You don't want none of this, Christian. I'm warning you. I move more wheat in a day than you do in a year. I guarantee it.
More wheat?
Weight, dumbass.
Oh, I thought you said wheat.
Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't matter either way. You don't do shit, do you?
I'm not really convinced that you work.
I'm pretty sure you're not. You can't hear it at all, right? Fucking faggot.
You're on here all the time.
So are you.
I'm on lunch.
Yeah, I buy that. Anybody would pay you to do anything. You fucking faggot.
Well, man,
Eat
I've
shit,
actually put on
motherfucker.
lips before, Dustin.
Oh, yeah, you have. I guarantee you have. Fucking Mexican faggot.
Hey, Dustin. Did you kick him out, Christian?
I'm on my phone.
You kicked him out. Christian kicked Dustin out. Persecution.
I am on my
Persecution.
Just note that I've asked Dan a very simple question because he claims to have a degree. Ask him what it is, and he doesn't give a straight answer. He's just a fool. Then he's going on to, Achilles has his face on YouTube. No, he doesn't. He uses an avatar just like me. So he doesn't use his surname, and fair enough. I don't give a shit who he actually is. What I do give a shit about is his crap arguments and flat earthery, his dumbassedness, if you want a better term for it. That's what I care about. It doesn't matter who he actually is. It's the quality of his argument. And of course, Proverbs guys fail on all those accounts.
I mean, Achilles' face got briefly shown online, and he freaked out about it. Like, he went on this huge tirade about how he wanted it taken down, he wanted the video removed and scrubbed from the internet, and yeah, I mean, like, he's so sensitive about showing his face to the point where he made a giant debacle and spectacle about it when it was shown. I think he's never heard of the Streisand effect, but...
And that's interesting to know. And I personally don't care. I don't want to see his face. But to see this idiot Dan Pozzi bringing this up, which actually plays into my argument that it doesn't matter who a person is. He's just a fool of a person. Oh, so Claude the Fraud, we can trace Achilles. Nobody can trace you. I've got no desire to trace Achilles, Dan. You might want to. Maybe you want to go and get up to some Greek activities with him. I don't know. I don't really
What
care.
is Greek activity?
I think you might have an idea.
Well, you'd have to look that up. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more. But put it this way, the Greeks invented it. And you see it in some of their statues. Anyway, Claude, I know people in Singapore right now. Let's set up a meeting so we can prove you're not a human trafficker yourself. Well, let's set up a meeting to prove that you're not a pedo, Dan. What a stupid thing to say.
Like, he's trying so hard right now to just goad people into anger. Like this, Dan, you realize that saying things like that to try and get a rise out of people just makes you look like a fool, right? Like a complete idiot that doesn't know the first thing about anything. Well, I guess that's already been well established at this point. So what does he really have to lose by saying inane crap like that? It's not exactly outside of what our expectations for Dan really are.
Where did Dustin go?
Dan puts more value on spelling words right than actual meanings. I know that since when I've shown him definitions, he said, "Damn, that's the dictionary." Yes, I said, "Damn, that's the dictionary."
I recall that.
Yeah, I said those exact words. That's right, Dan.
I was like, what the? Webster's?
Yeah. No, I've definitely said that before in the past. That is well documented in all 0 of the occasions in which that has happened.
Well, I hope y'all are having a very nice day today.
Dan, I hope the people that you're landscaping for aren't paying you by the hour right now for you to just sit here and just type your crap into the phone all day long. I hope you're not I hope that you're not being paid by the hour. I hope you're being paid by the job, because then at least you'll have a slight excuse for goofing off and not actually attending to your job.
May the mercy of love be with you all.
By the way, thank you, Christian. Claude, Dan has a 2-year college degree. That's what he's bragging about. He's bragging about like a 2-year college associate's degree.
So not even a bachelor's.
And he probably got it in like the 80s too, when the standards for education were objectively lower than they are today. So hey, I mean,
he has a question for me. Is prostitution legal in Singapore? I believe it is. I don't indulge in those sorts of things. I don't need to, Dan. The Philippines, it's illegal, but other forms of prostitution.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's not legal in Washington
brides
State.
by email, which is by mail order brides that you pay for, which is a sort of a disguised form of prostitution by any other.
No, but I married her, so it's different.
No, it isn't. Not when you pay. Yeah. Not when you pay for your introduction.
No, I get it.
No, it's prostitution.
I get it. I mean, it's
traffic.
It wouldn't be such a big deal if he wouldn't say all the horrible things that he does. I really wouldn't care all that much, really.
No, I wouldn't normally bring it up, but he's the one that's gone on the attack, so he's going to get it back. The other thing is, of course, he then by importing the person, the mail order bride from the Philippines, is trafficking, basically, for money. And maybe Trump will put a stop to that retrospectively. How would he feel then?
I got a lot of messages lately about this guy named Ken Hovind. Ken Hovind is his name. I've heard all about him. Railroaded by the system, just like I was. Just like I was. That's why I'm going to give him an immediate pardon. Ken Hovind, you are now my new Minister of Education. Welcome to the podium, Ken Hovind. That's just like his fantasy coming to life right there. I'd like to bring my new Secretary of State, Dan Pazzi. I'd like to bring him to the stand as well. He's going to tell us all about our new regulations for human trafficking. Aidan again showing his ignorance that if truth is upsetting, it is the truth, not a gotcha thing. Yes, that really addresses the heart of what we're talking about right now, Dan. I'm just bowled over by how pertinent what you just said was and related directly to the conversation at hand rather than just jabbering into nothingness. It's just a bunch of booty chatter nonsense. That's all Dan has. It's just booty chatter nonsense.
What do you think?
I don't know what booty chatter nonsense is.
Dan!
I'm trying to learn.
You guys attacking me for not editing my voice translator, and you are, not your, no. You are at homonyms. Have no effect on my emotions. I just keep telling truth. Then why do you keep bringing it up? If it has no effect on your emotions, why did you start the sentence with you guys attacking me for not editing my voice translator? Which it's not a translator, Dan. It's called a microphone. It's called a microphone. See, the crazy thing about microphones, Dan, is it takes your voice and actually translates it into digital form. So I guess in that way, it's a translator. But, most people that live in the 21st century just call it a microphone. Calm down, Aidan. I'm sure you can call your daddy, and he will tell you how proud of you he is. I mean, once again, I'm just confused. How is that an attack? How is that something? Oh, your parents are proud of you, Aidan. You should be ashamed. What is that? I've never gotten that. It's like his thing with my scooter. He'll occasionally bring up my scooter because my scooter isn't as fast as Achilles' dirt bike or whatever out of nowhere. You haven't done that in a while.
Slow. It is pretty slow.
It is 20 miles
just to be
an hour.
fair, to the dirt bike,
an hour ain't getting nowhere. Nobody anywhere quick, that's for sure.
May I make an announcement?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
I'll make an announcement. This announcement's a public service announcement. Okay? Dustin, I love you. Please come back and we'll talk it out like gentlemen.
Okay, but are you actually going to talk it out, though, Christian?
I'm ready.
Or are you just going to poke at him?
I'm ready. I'm not poking at him. I promise. I want to talk it out.
Here is somebody who defiles the God of the universe, judging someone else's life. Well, you're the one that gets all upset when I call you a failure, Dan. I mean, you could claim that you don't care, but you seem to care an awful lot about being called a failure who has spent more than half a century on this planet and hasn't really amounted to anything of note whatsoever. That's not my fault. I wasn't the one that made your life a miasma of nothingness. You know, like you decided to do that.
Yes, it is. Oh, sorry.
Well, honestly, I'm not poking him. The other day, Dustin got very offended at me for enforcing that rule, and he's not forgiven me since. And I would like to discuss it with him like gentlemen.
Oh, that's nice. Get it hot in here. What? I didn't know anything.
You are not saying anything to Justin about what you are accusing me of done is curious. It's so weird. It's just gibberish. It's just like about what you're accusing me of done is curious. That's literal caveman speak. It's been fun. Yeah, I called Dan's life a failure of nothingness, and then he leaves, but he doesn't care whatsoever about that. That doesn't get to him at all whatsoever. Yeah, okay, Dan. Okay.
Love, mercy.
Those are things that Dan does not exhibit.
Holiness.
I wonder if your teachings are now not fake teachings now that Dan is like your fake friend again, Christian. You should ask him that at some point. Like, hey, Dan, are my teachings like actually real now?
It seems like in this particular community that God's very existence depends upon the moods of the people that day.
I think that should say something, Christian, but hey, I'll just leave that there.
I have an uncle who's like that. He's in a good mood. He's like, I love the Lord. And he's in a bad mood. He's like, there ain't no God.
I'll do Dan. Sorry, I'll do Claude's voice as well. Then Pazé, bring Achilles on with his clear full face, and I'll consider it. I bet you won't. You see, like, for some reason, Claude was able to type a sentence there, and I could like read it coherently. Like there wasn't a whole bunch of egregious spelling mistakes and grammatical errors that like people in elementary school would recognize and correct. So I guess it is possible.
Announcement part 2. Though thou callest me a Mexican faggot, yet shall I forgive thee. 7 times 70 shall I forgive thee for this transgression.
7 times 70. That's like more than 3. That's a lot.
That's like a whole Mexican gay bar, son.
Yeah. That's a whole what now? Sorry, that's a whole what now, Christian?
Oh, God. With Red Bull in my mouth, I said...
I was a bit concerned that Dan's real family name was Positachute instead of Posy.
Positachute. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, I did put it in there. I did address your comment saying, at Aiden, prostitution is illegal in the Philippines, but buying a bride okay, including trafficking the bride to another country, which is just what Dan did. And, you know, I don't care about it, but he's going to go and attack me for things I've never done. I'm going to attack him for things that he has done. You know, fair enough. And I've got no desire to see Achilles' face. I've got no desire at all to see it. But he suddenly seems to want to see mine. I don't know why. So I call that bullshit out too.
Righteousness.
And now I'm perverted. Since your perverted speech
Virtue.
gives evidence for a perverted mind and actions, at least come and defend your fantasy faith of godless
Dan,
evolution.
your channel is an irrelevant dumpster. All right? I know that you're trying to get people on your channel to bolster the 20 views that you get over the course of an hour and a half that you broadcast, but it's not going to work. Okay, you've tried it before with your little reviewing my debate with Ken that Steven put together. And that was a great one because you said that you'd rather kill yourself than listen to me, which is great because I thought suicide was a mortal sin. Anyways, yeah, like you guys have been trying for the last month really desperately to try and get people back on your channel, to try and court controversy and get the drama reignited, and it's not going to work. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but it's over for you guys. Okay, your days of getting the lofty mountaintop that is 150 views on a channel that's almost 3,000 subscribers strong, quote unquote. In reality, well, a bunch of them, from what I've heard, are Dan's mission to the Philippines. He like convinced a whole bunch of people that don't even speak English to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I think it explains why their viewer count is so low, because why would you watch a channel that you don't even understand the language of the people speaking? Anyways.
Well, evidently I speak a very flamboyant Spanish.
This desperate attempt to court controversy isn't going to work, Dan. No one's going to come on your failure of a channel to talk to a failure of a man about a failure of a refutation of a scientific theory. Okay?
Me llamo Cristian.
Dan, depending the biggest pervert in our community. No, I'm just saying that your channel is a failure and irrelevant, and you trying to court controversy to get people on it isn't working, evidently, because nobody's going on. Nobody wants to be involved with your guys' crap anymore. Why would they? Why would they waste their time going on there and trying to defend something when you've demonstrated, even on this stream, that when you are confronted with evidence for something, you'll just pivot to something else? It's never enough. You have a never-ending series of goalposts that you can retreat back to. Whereas in reality, you should probably look past the goalposts and see the forest from the trees, retard.
I heard recently a Sir Les Patterson, a very good quote. He said, "My wife is so boring, she could bore the asshole off a wooden horse." And I think that applies to Dan too. He could bore the ass, or he could bore an ass into a wooden horse.
I mean, he's inviting you on because you and Dan, when you argue, have an interesting dynamic. Dan by himself is dreadfully boring. Dreadfully boring. And the amount of views on his YouTube shows that nobody is interested in hearing him all by himself yammer on and on about how design shows that it's everything in this universe is designed, so I don't have any reference point to tell you whether or not it is designed, but it is designed because look at this beaver dam. Like, it's just so stupid.
Did we ever figure out the surface area on the beaver dam that night?
Yeah, for some reason the Proverbs guys didn't want to talk about that when the surface area got discovered for that.
That was rather an interesting equation.
Yeah, it was strange to me how they made the claim that the Beaver Dam was taller than the Hoover Dam, which is just an absurd claim on the face of it. How beavers?
But height is a matter of opinion, Aiden.
No, you're right. You're right. It's who cares about
how tall is anything, really?
Who cares about objective things like mathematical proofs?
I'll be like, hey, Tammy, you're 5'1",
about
be
Magic
like
Man.
Throwing stuff.
But what about Magic Man, Christian? Have you ever thought about that?
I just, who are we to say how tall anything is?
It's true. It's true.
It's like you're assigning height to things.
I mean, like they tried claiming that Beaver Dam was as tall as the stack of court summons for Steven to pay his child support.
What?
And that's just not true.
See, I quit drinking the Red Bull because I knew moments like that were coming. So I quit. Now I'm going to try this again.
Quad, just turn on your camera and you won't have to keep babbling. Oh, okay. So just do what Dan wants you to do, and then everything will be okay.
The Red Bull.
Dan, your attempts at manipulation are so strange, because most people that try to manipulate people have at least a basic understanding of what you need to do to manipulate someone. Like they understand that you need to be subtle. They understand that you need to have plausible deniability, plausible deniability, you might even say.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was good. And they understand that you need to have an out if you get called out for your manipulation. You just don't practice any of those whatsoever. Like, you just are just blatant about it. You don't try to hide it. You don't try to couch it in anything else. You just blatantly, overtly try to strong-arm people into doing what you want.
Okay, one more public service announcement. Dustin, I'm sorry I was rude when I came in the room. Please come back.
Oh, I told you to do your game earlier, and you're doing it, Dan. Good. Good. I'm glad to hear. It's so weird to me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's so weird to me that put it back up. Hold on, put it back up. Hi, I'm Aiden, but I'm a girl. How's it going, everybody?
Looking like
Hope everybody's doing real good. Thanks
You know who you
for
actually look
fixing
like?
me, Christian.
Do you guys ever watch The Voice?
The Voice? No, I have not watched The
They
Voice.
had a season a while back with this one kid who was like had like this like a folksy kind of thing, and you look like him in that picture.
Oh. Dustin's back.
I love this new thing that Dan is peddling, that Claude is like this dangerous pervert that refuses to identify himself. It's like, yeah, I know that somebody that makes a couple of funny remarks on the internet is definitely as perverted as somebody that aids and abets multiple pedophiles. That's definitely true.
Okay. Hi, Dustin.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Are you there, Dustin?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. We all missed you.
That's okay. You'll get more ammo.
Oh no, Dan's about to turn his volume up, so I need to stop talking because then I'll be emotionally manipulated into doing what Dan wants me to do. Oh no, what am I going to do? It's such a conundrum.
Murder Pie,
Yes, I
guess
noticed
who's
that.
back?
Thank you.
Back again. Guess who's
Eat
back?
All right,
shit,
I'm gonna listen,
Pike.
Dustin.
Eat shit, Pike.
Dustin, I'm gonna be the freaking moderator
What?
between you two. All right, I'm the moderator. You two are gonna resolve this, and you're gonna resolve it in a civil manner where you don't tell Christian to eat shit every 3 seconds. Okay?
It's not hungry.
I'll skip to 4.
All right. Well, that's, you know what? That's 25% better.
Hey, sorry, I got a call.
I said that I'm setting some ground rules.
Apparently, Aiden wants to moderate an argument between you and
I don't want
I.
it to be an argument. I want it to be a reconciliation. I want you two to leave this conversation with a sense of reconciliation, and you're gonna do it, and you're gonna freaking like it, Dustin. All right?
Holy shit. Okay. All right, Aiden.
All right.
Okay.
So, let us start
Mr.
with
Nice Goose.
let us start with, as the American Constitution puts it, a redress of grievances. Dustin, can you please redress your grievance to the plaintiff?
Christian has always known I have a foul mouth. All of a sudden, he feels the authority to come in and try and enforce something, which I already have permission to be able to say what I want in the first place. He can eat shit. That's a redress of my grievances.
Do you have a rebuttal to this?
I have a response.
Okay, do you have a response? Please respond.
Okay, my response is multifaceted. Part 1 is no, I did not always know that Dustin had this foul of a mouth. I have just taken note of that recently. Part 2 is that Logan does not like that kind of language used in excess on his channel, which we've all known for years. Part 3 is that I certainly don't want it on any of the shows that I'm involved in. And part 4 is that we've asked Dustin on multiple occasions to tone it down before we resorted to kicking him. So it was not the first thing that we did.
So you're telling me you didn't know I had a foul mouth?
It seems to me, in my experience, that the last couple of months it has ramped up dramatically.
So what? You knew I had a foul mouth. Stop misrepresenting yourself. You knew. Now you want to have a high moral authority somehow? You don't. You sat by and watched me cuss people out for all those times, and all of a sudden there's a problem. Eat shit, Christian.
Okay, the 4-part
Gee, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been dealing with a boss that's trying to steal money from me. Do you think maybe that has something to do with it?
Probably.
Okay, so at this point, we've established the problem. We've established an explanation for why the problem is occurring. Christian, can you perhaps extend a bit more understanding to Dustin with that context in mind?
I probably can, but I don't know if I can extend the amount of understanding that he wants me to extend, because I'm human and I have problems too, and I still don't like disrespect other people all the time.
Okay.
Christian, I have fought for you to earn the respect that you claim you deserve. On multiple occasions, I have gone up against Proverbs guys on your behalf. Most of them you probably don't even know about because they were in private. Eat shit,
I
Christian.
appreciate that, and I've done that for you, by the way.
I can substantiate for both of you that I have observed both of you in the past stick up for each other on independent occasions.
Well, and I appreciate it. I really do. I believe him when he says that.
I can't tell.
Well,
Dustin, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm trying to tell you what to do on Logan's channel.
Yeah, that's not going to fly. I'm never going to listen to what you tell me to do. It's just never going to happen.
Are you allowed to come on camera naked, Dustin?
I mean, I wouldn't want to because I'd be worried about ridicule.
It's not your right anymore.
What do you mean?
Like, at what point is it?
Can you qualify that statement? What do you mean? At what point does your right to tell me not to say something not matter?
May I qualify the statement as requested?
Absolutely.
Okay. So my point in going to that extreme example was just to prove that we all agree there must be a line somewhere where it's just blatant disrespect. I'm just trying to define where that is.
I crossed that line. I ran over that line just to show you disrespect. Eat shit, Christian.
Well, you actually.
I want you to feel disrespected. I want you to feel disrespected.
But why
Eat
do you
shit,
want Logan disrespected?
I don't. He gives me permission to say what I want. Okay.
Logan has said multiple times he doesn't like that kind of language on his channel.
I hate doing this because I feel like I'm putting Gigi on the spot, but I feel like this is just never going to be resolved unless Logan gets in on here at some point. Logan, is that true that you've given Dustin permission to say what he wants? And just answer however you feel is appropriate. Don't feel pressured to answer one way or another. If you don't want to answer, that's okay.
Just don't make me into a liar, Gigi. You did tell me I could say what I want the other day.
That's not the other day. I talked to you, try make amends with you and stuff. I just don't want you to be mad.
You did say I can say what I want. Yes or no? I told you I wouldn't come back if you didn't want me to.
Okay,
and that's not a point of manipulation either. That was a promise and a guarantee. If you didn't want me here, I'd just leave. And it came with no stipulation except for promoting me to the same level as Christian, so he couldn't kick me out.
Okay, well, let's not strong arm him. Yes, Gigi, did you say that to Dustin?
Yesterday, he was saying he wanted to be able to cuss and stuff, and I didn't. This was after his fight with Brother Pie. Brother Pie before did tell him not to cuss and stuff before, but
I mean, if he asked you not to cuss before, Dustin, then I mean that does have to be taken into account.
I try to be nice to everyone, treat everyone with respect and love.
I know you do, Gigi, and I really do feel bad asking you. I just very much so get the sense that this is never going to be resolved unless we got an answer out of you. So I'm sorry if I put you in a position where you felt uncomfortable. That really wasn't my intent.
Well, can I make a quick statement on this, please?
Go ahead, Christian.
I don't doubt at all that Logan probably said something like that to make Dustin feel respected and welcome. I don't doubt that. But the question is, does Logan want that on his channel? That should be the important question. Not can we get away with it, but does he want it?
He can kick me off anytime he wants and tell me not to come back. Christian, that's not your position.
But why not
that's
just
manipulation.
not do it, though?
Because it's you that's asking me. That's why.
Okay, so if I don't ever bring it up again, then you'll do better about it?
You're not going to get me to sign off on that.
I just don't understand. Like, what desire do you have that it satisfies to say the F word 10 times on Logan's show?
I do. I'm beginning to get the sense that it is a bit of contrarianism.
I mean, if I'm the problem, then I'll back off. That's fine. You know, I didn't mean to be the problem.
I mean, it's a difficult position. No, you don't have nothing to be sorry about, GG. You haven't done anything wrong at all. You have nothing to be sorry about. Like, Dustin, Christian, you're both my friends. You both know that I respect you both a great deal. But at the same time here, I think that if we can arrive at a point, Dustin, where maybe we can, if not stop swearing, maybe even just attempt to think of a better alternative in the moment, I think that might be a better solution for everyone. I just think that, and look, I'm not free of it. I've cussed before on this show, but I try not to do it excessively. I try to do it in a way that lends emphasis towards something, and it's not going to lend emphasis if it's used all the time.
Okay, Christian, ingest fecal matter. Is that better?
Much better.
Oh,
It is better. I mean, but by the standards of the show.
I almost did it just then because the way he asked.
Yeah. Tim, hello.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm all right. How about you?
No.
uh-oh, Tim's here.
Yep.
Actually,
people up, right?
I'm here.
fucking Tim, I love that guy.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
So in conclusion,
rallying the troops.
Look,
Well,
Christian, if you stop kicking me off and pretending like I have to follow your orders for some reason, I don't know, there's a pathway where we can maybe mend something. But you got to admit that what you did was over the top. I've always cursed. It's not uncharacteristic of me. You're just being a dick.
I am happy to admit that perhaps I was over the top that day. I'm happy to admit that. But I really believe that you have started doing it more and more just to be disrespectful.
Well, the day you become my dad is the day I'll start listening to that shit.
But we're gentlemen, Dustin. We don't have to be each other's dad.
You don't know me like that, Christian. You don't know me like. Quit telling me that I'm a gentleman, okay? You don't know me like that. I don't try to make you feel comfortable. I don't want you to feel comfortable, Christian. You clearly don't care about my comfort. You kicked me off because I said some things that I've always said. Eat shit, Christian.
Well, I thought we were close to a resolution there.
Well, I've made my concession, okay? And I stand by that concession. If he stops kicking me off and pretending like I have to listen to him, there's a way we can fix it.
Hey, brother Dustin.
Yep.
Okay, is it okay if I say something?
Absolutely.
I just, when it comes to contention between you and Christian, that's one thing. But I do, in the most loving way possible, want to exhort you that, when we're Christians, it is important that we watch our language as far as cussing goes. I'm not saying you don't like you hear me on here. I say the word like crap and things like that. Like I don't use specific cuss words, and I'm not saying you can't get mad and frustrated. I get that. But I would just encourage you, brother, to instead of cussing, like case in point, what you just did a little bit ago, the fecal matter, that's much better language, I think, to use on the stream. And just for Christian testimony in general.
Christian Pike, ingest fecal matter with both hands. All right. I don't know, dude. Look, I don't appreciate it. You're not an authority, Christian. Not in any stretch of the imagination. Oh, well, I guess that's good for you.
Let me be fair here too, though. I think Christian, what he's really getting at, though, is that he feels like you've abused your authority against him. I'm not saying you have, but that's the contention.
That is the impression I get as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I can address that.
There's nothing. I can address that. There's nothing different about me ever at all. These are all things you've known about me since day one, Christian. And you can pretend like, oh, I've noticed an uptick. But when somebody takes your paid vacation, your car's in the balance, and everything else that's going on in your life, come talk to me about your language then.
I can address the idea of abusing authority or whatever. So with the exception of that one day The only person that I have ever even as much as put backstage is Bruce when he was interrupting. I do not have a history of booting people. I do not have a history of silencing people. And I only booted Dustin off that one day. So I think that's a bit of an excessive accusation.
I think it's an exact accusation, because it doesn't matter the frequency with which you abuse your authority. It only matters that you have.
I also will say this too. I actually just spent like the last couple of hours in a in a lecture on Discord with a King James only scholar, and I actually recommended these streams to a bunch of like dispensational and I for their sakes, because I would hope that we would not let cussing keep going on, because they are like very hardcore Bible believers like me, and if they're going to come on these streams and stuff to hang out with us, I want them to not feel vexed.
This is the first time you've snipped me in the nuts, Tim. I just
sorry.
want you to understand that, okay? I did not want to be neutered today. That was not the idea.
I love you, man. It's just Christian conduct is important to me, just as it is to the people that I recommended the stream to and stuff like that, and definitely for you as well. Good testimony before men. I'm not saying you can't say things like eat fecal matter. That. Just not the cussing part.
Why do I feel like I'm battling with Jesus right now?
But Burr Pike's not hungry.
What'd you say, Logan? You were breaking up.
Oh, sorry. You're not hungry, so you can't eat any of that stuff.
It is true. You're supposed to be hungry first.
Yeah.
I'm rallying the troops. These streams may start getting rated.
Just stop acting like you have any authority over me, Christian. The only thing that's going to do is cause me to act out and get really pissed off. Leave me the fuck alone, okay?
I'll do this. I'll tell you this. I think this is a decent compromise. Unless it is a show that I am specifically hosting, I will never attempt to exercise any authority. How about that?
All right, I can live with that.
And
I'm
Dustin,
happy with that.
Yeah.
Guess what? I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I shared this stream with Charles Jennings from the Layman Seminary. So he.
Oh, I love Charles. I love that guy.
Brother Charles, if you're still in the chat, man, if you got time, I'd love for you to come on here and hang out with us for a little bit.
I did not mean to chase you off, Charles. But then again, you already know me too.
Yeah,
Can I
Charles
say one more thing real quick? To Dustin.
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate you coming back on. I know you didn't want to, and I appreciate you coming back on.
I came on for Gigi, Christian, right? Because he contacted me. And there's a certain level of compromise when it comes to people being on your show. And the only compromise I've ever asked for on any of these shows is that you let me speak my mind.
I have a song I would like to share with everyone.
Go ahead.
Gangster Ghost, would you be so kind as to let me share this transcendent work of music?
What if God was one?
All right, let me know if you can.
It's an AI. Oh,
a Christian Pike like one of us.
All right, here we go. Here we go. This is the world premiere. 103.4 FM GG Radio presents the world premiere of the YouTube War. Top of the charts. Take it away.
Dustin said I ain't gonna change.
What the?
I'll speak my mind, ain't that strange? Christian shook his head, looked away, said swearing's not the rightful way. On Gangster Ghost channel, it's a fight. One says curse, the other says lie. Dustin's fire and Christian's calm. Both can see where they're wrong. Oh, something they don't understand.
Banger.
Dustin wants his freedom, his will. Why should I bite my tongue and quit? Christian argues, think of the kids. Swearing's not where honesty lives. Late nights spent typing away. Both hold firm to what they say. Friends online, taking sides. It's a storm in small town skies. Oh, words can cut and words can heal, but this divide feels all too real. Brother against brother in a digital land, over something they don't understand. Late nights spent typing away. Both hold firm to what they say. Friends online, taking sides. It's a storm in small town skies. Oh, words can cut and words can heal, but this divide feels all too real. Brother against brother in a digital land, over something they don't understand.
I almost just leaned in for a kiss just now.
That was funny. That was funny.
That is among the last things I was expecting to hear.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Oh my god. Okay, are we friends now? Are we good? Are we good?
I am good. I love Dustin, and I'm sorry that I said mean things.
Come on, Dustin. If that song didn't change your heart, I don't know what will.
And I do believe that you roof.
Are you there, Dustin? Oh, he must be crying now. It must have broke his heart.
I think it moved him so much that he's just taking. Look, it's okay for men to cry.
It is okay.
There's nothing wrong with men crying.
It is okay.
He had to leave.
See?
He had to leave.
You know, we laugh about this stuff, but I'll be honest with you. This kind of stuff really bothers me, man. Like, even when me and Steven were at it, as much as he was being an idiot, it still bothered me.
It's like that scene from Wayne's World 2 whenever he goes into the gas station and they got like that actor that can't even act or whatever, and then he brings in the other guy from the original Planet of the Apes, and he's like, Gordon Street. I once knew a woman on Gordon Street, and when he gets done with his monologue, like freaking Mike Myers is like crying and choking up. Thank you.
Justin, my friend, my amigo, my compadre. Are you ready to make peace?
I am ready to make peace. Assuming all terms and conditions are met, I will abide and make peace.
Dustin, me and you are two Mexican faggots that will never get apart.
Yikes. Whoa. Where'd that one come from?
I mean...
Oh, you weren't here earlier. That's what Dustin called Christian.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I've always wondered what it was like to be in a tortilla with Christian Pike.
Why?
Just because.
This show is a magical thing.
Man, there is some... All right, well, whatever.
Someone give me a song idea. Dude,
what is up with that? Is that an AI generated thing, or did you just I don't know.
That's
I can imagine you up on the stage with all your instruments around.
I'm a one-man band. I'm somehow singing while doing all the instruments at the same time. Yeah. Someone give me a song idea. Come on.
Your love for
here we go.
I can do a song about Dan.
Oh, he's
Pause.
doing
Give
that
me a
stupid
minute.
song generator again.
Dude, that
Hey,
song
how
generator's
much?
great.
No, that was
How
great.
much does that thing know about me? I mean,
A lot.
holy shit! It sounded like
A lot.
it was like dictating my thoughts. I was like, what's going on right here?
Dude, that software is bonkers.
Dude, when that software, when Daniel was doing his stream, you were there, Christian. When he was doing his stream where like he
Oh,
had
man,
that
that
AI
freaked me
podcast
out.
thing, and they were talking about Martin Luther, and I did that glib little joke. I was like, because he was talking about how Martin Luther called James house built on straw, and I was like, hey Daniel, ask the AI whether the Martin Luther was talking about paper straws or plastic straws, because I was like, ha, that AI is not going to know what to do with that.
No, I knew.
And it took it, and it was like, that really makes you think about the temporal nature of
It
paper
took the
straws
Baja
versus
blessing and started revelating.
Dude,
I was
it's
like,
scary.
what the?
It's scary.
No, the software is bonkers.
All right, I'm gonna write a song about Dan. Give me a minute.
About your love for Dan.
Whew. You guys want to take a look at my hole?
What are you doing there?
Yeah.
You guys want to see my hole?
I mean, depending on the context.
Well,
Careful how you say that.
I was, only if you buy me dinner first, but.
What the?
Dang, that is one hole.
What are you digging up drain lines?
Yes, sir.
Dang. You ain't got a ditch witch?
You don't work though, right, Christian?
He works
I don't
today,
work.
I guess. No, I've dug drain lines before.
Here I am after reconciling you two. I'm just poking you two now afterward. Like, all
Look,
right,
I
fight again.
apologize.
I know you did.
I don't hold a grudge. Once things are settled, they're settled.
Yeah,
No, and
like,
obviously I needed to apologize because clearly I did not believe some of those things that I said.
what did you
I'm not going to
say?
apologize, Christian. I meant everything I said.
All right, well, that's you. I apologize.
Oh, that's nice of you, Burger Pie. You're a nice little guy.
Oh, I just realized the lyric generator I chose was the safe lyric generator that doesn't include any potentially offensive content. I'm switching generators. Give me just a minute. Just give me 1 minute.
Tim, who's that guy you talked about?
What's up?
Charles? Who is he? And what is?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? Yeah, Charles Jennings, that's the layman seminary. He literally provides free seminary education for Christians on YouTube.
Is that those guys Bruce was trying to get me to go watch?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I thought. I thought I recognized that name.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, same on here.
Yeah, he came on to say hello. I actually just messaged him, seeing if he wants to pull up now, because he probably didn't come on because I wasn't on here, and he probably didn't see Dustin. I know he knows Dustin too, so.
Oh, so this is a bad time for the silly AI songs, is what you're telling me. Well, he didn't say no. I guess I'm going ahead.
Well, not right now. Not right now. Hold off.
What?
On that.
Tim is suppressing art. You see, burning books. Maybe Daniel's burning bushes, but
Aiden,
Tim
if you
is
keep on, I'm
burning
going to abuse my
books,
authority.
that's how he's doing. Yeah?
What?
Respect my authority. I've been around
I'll
here longer than
abuse
you,
it.
Christian. I've been around here longer than you, Christian.
I will abuse it.
You may be VP, but I was already asked to be VP, and like Cincinnatus himself, I took up that task and only left it behind when it was necessary for me to do so. I laid down my dictatorship.
Here comes
Christian.
chapter 4.
I laid down my dictatorship. What are you going to do, Julius Caesar? We still haven't had that Caesar Pompey debate. We still haven't had that Caesar Pompey debate. Let's do it right now.
I'm ready.
Let's do it right now.
Later.
Let's do it right now.
I'll be ready.
No, but what about right now, though?
I'll be ready later.
No, right now.
No, it was just kind of funny, I'm recommending this stream on Discord to a few Ruckmanite brethren, and then I tune into the stream and I'm hearing just a bunch of cussing, and I'm like, great. Just refer to a bunch of Christian brethren, and yeah, they tune in, it's just a bunch of cussing.
Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, Christian.
Oh my
Magnus. God. Do you know what Magnus means?
Oh my God.
Do you know what Magnus means?
Go ahead and tell us, Aiden.
Nobody cares.
It means Pompey the Great. Wait, you know who else is called the Great? Alexander the Great, one of the most successful, prolific military tacticians of all time. What's Julius Caesar called?
You think he was so successful? He was successful because his dad was Philip. That's why he was successful. Because he was a spoiled brat.
No. But like, is Julius Caesar called Julius Caesar the Great?
No, because they stabbed
or is he just called Julius
Caesar? Became so great.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. He was so brave when he genocided that million.
Oh, because his best friends were so brave when they stabbed him in his back.
Yeah. Unlike Caesar, who betrayed Pompey, who is the reason why Caesar was allowed to rise. Oh yeah, that's different. It's different when Caesar does it, right? Spoken like a true Caesarian. Spoken like a true Caesarian. I'll give you this. At least unlike Trump, you're actually following like a cool demagogue.
You know what's
A2, Aiden? A2?
What's funny is I had forgotten. I thought I was the Pompey guy and you were the Caesar guy.
No, I'm the Pompey guy. What the heck? It's way more interesting to be the Pompey guy than the Caesar guy.
It's harder.
That's why it's more interesting. I mean, like, yeah, okay, Caesar was so great. He conquered a bunch of backwater Gauls that didn't know the first thing about military organization
before they went extinct.
Yeah. No, he was so great when he defeated a bunch of tribes people that were like no more advanced than the Bronze Age. At least Pompey the Great conquered advanced, militarily complex kingdoms in the Middle East. He's the reason why the Romans were in control of Judea during the biblical time. If you think about it, if it weren't for Pompey, the events of the Bible couldn't have played out the way that they did.
That's
couldn't
actually
have played out the way they did. What about Caesar? What role did Caesar play in the Bible, Christian?
Whose image and superscription is on this coin? Actually, that was Augustus.
See, if you see the proper response, Christian, I'm just going to coach you on your side real quick here. I'm just going to cross over to the other side of the ring really quick here. See, the proper response would have been like, "Oh yeah, where's Julius Caesar in the Bible?" Well, I guess Jesus totally said, "Render unto Pompey that which is Pompey's," right, Aiden?
Yeah, that's what
that
I
would
was
have
about
been
to say.
pretty good. That would have been pretty good.
I was like about to say that.
So, just advice for the upcoming debate. You know?
All right, guys, I got to bounce to bounce.
All right.
Hey, Christian,
Dustin,
before you
thank
leave,
you very much for talking to me.
Tim, I'm
Christian,
giving your. Go ahead, Dustin.
Before you leave, I need exhortations on the biblical purview of lawsuits.
Lawsuits. Okay, so there's a little bit of nuance here. Christians are not supposed to sue each other, and I personally get the impression that the apostolic writers would not have us to sue anyone, but that is an opinion. But if you're going to move forward with a lawsuit, I think that as a believer, you should hold yourself responsible to make sure that you're only asking for what is fair and not above and beyond that.
I'll show you my documents.
I mean, that would just be my advice. Like, if
I think I'm being more than fair.
That's the advice I would take.
Well,
the last clause I put in my documents are, if you drop your complaint, I'll drop mine.
Clause.
So, would you consider that turning the other cheek? Okay. I feel better about my position.
I feel better in my heart that we're speaking again.
Well, I'll take advice from you, Christian. I'll talk to you. I got nothing wrong with that. I just don't want you to exercise authority over me unnecessarily.
Police officer in Washington State.
Oh, beautiful. Then I want you to come exercise your authority over me unnecessarily, because I'll hold you account to it.
You guys still have cops in Washington?
Oh my God, Christian.
No.
just a
we have
lawless
activists.
wasteland, you're right.
Chaz.
You know, instead of the boys in blue, they call them the blue hairs around there.
That's the best you got?
It's better than anything you came up with. So.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, come up with something better. Come up with something funnier. Right now.
Hey, the other day, I was the one. It was me that said I'm out of here like fat girls in dodgeball. That was me, Aiden.
That was pretty good.
Or come up with something funnier. He uses something he had before.
I just gotta kind of revert back to my classics.
I can get some water.
Yes,
Where am I? What are you going to do on your show?
Yes.
Is it Sunday?
Oh, in the light of this conversation, I'm going to adjust the subject matter, Logan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what's it going to
Like,
be?
are you for real? Are you for actually
You don't need to
Christian?
know the answer, Eddie.
Butter Pie, do you ever go do missions overseas?
Most of the mission stuff I've done was here in the States, but my dad did some missions in Mexico when I was very young.
Oh. Oh. What about in Canada, eh?
I don't think I've ever been to Canada.
You should
I've
go
been
there.
close.
You could talk
Minnesota,
to.
Minneapolis, baby.
I've
Yeah, it's
been
close.
there too. I've been to Minnesota. Minnesota.
That was where I met my grandma.
Oh. I've been to Minnesota, Dustin.
Yeah,
Dustin, I've been there.
I heard you.
It's a crazy place, but I've been there.
Oh, dude, cockroaches the size of fists.
That's where I saw.
What the?
Yeah.
That's where I saw a priest staring out the sky and staring at the sun with a put onto a Bible.
You realize there's a lot of Swedes there, right?
Yeah. Is that weird? I seen a priest staring at the sun.
Sometimes you got to give a gander.
Put on the Bible. What do you think of that, Tim? Could you ever do that? Stare at the sun while holding the Bible?
No. I'd go blind.
Well, unless you're looking at Jesus.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
But that's a different, you know.
It was weird.
You're supposed to have supernatural eyes at that point.
If you stare at the sun long enough, that's the only kind of eyes you'll have.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was at St. Paul Street, I think. There was a priest out there just standing there staring at the sun. Yeah, they say you can't help but to look at the sun. You can't help. Can't look away.
That's right.
Aiden?
See? Yep.
Aiden, in light of the 2 versus 2 debate that you moderated between myself, Charles, Bruce, and whoever it was that was on my team, and also in light of today, you're quite a talented moderator.
I appreciate that. I try my best.
Who was on my team that day?
I thought it was Mark. Yeah, it was Mark.
Oh, it was Mark. Oh my God. I hope he don't hear this.
It's really polite of you, Greg.
Man, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, Rob,
Mark, forgive me.
Forgive me. Man, I'm addicted to this songwriting thing.
It got me for a while.
Yeah. Tim, is your buddy coming on?
I don't know. I think he was here for a little bit. Now he's gone. So maybe he'll be
Dustin's
back later.
scaring him off?
Is it safe?
Do you think Dustin scared him off?
No, he knows Dustin. So no, I don't know. He probably just didn't hear anything that was interesting going on. You know, he's a very, very deep in Bible study type person. So if it's not theological, he probably won't stick around.
He's probably a Pompey guy anyways.
No, he's not.
Oh. Hey. Would you like to have him debate Brother Pie over King James versus anti-King James?
He's not. Well, he's not King James only. That's the thing. Is he uses the NASB, but he's dispensational just like me, and we agree very much in many, many doctrines. So that's a big plus, and it kind of goes to show, you know, all throwing some shade at Azo in the chat here, calling me a King James only cultist. But I seem to hang out with people that don't all use the King James. Just a thought.
You say he's an NIV guy?
No, yeah. NASB.
Oh, NASB.
Yeah.
Would you like to have him and you versus the offer bowls?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And Ada could be the moderator.
Now that would be something. Well, apparently Daniel Newman was supposed to debate Charles Jennings, but Daniel backed out of the debate.
Why?
Because he's scared.
Why?
Because he'll get crushed. That's why.
What if instead they had this is their moderator? Aiden, I'm here. I would moderate for you.
I haven't seen Aiden moderate, but I'm sure Aiden would definitely do a good job. I'm sure
He's
Aiden
a pretty
would.
good moderator.
It helps when you don't like, especially when it comes to religious stuff. I think I'm decent because I don't really have a bias one way or another as far as like needing something to be true or not be true.
Right.
So I think I can have a little bit of utility in that.
Ain't no be biased for the ortho bros.
Just a little bit. Just
What
a
is
little
that?
bit.
What? I think that should tell you something. But hey,
Well, I think me and Christian both detect the elephant in the room.
Hey,
Yeah, your
Gigi?
religion. Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking that you were the elephant in the room. I'm sorry.
Is the elephant in the room murder like it was yesterday, or was that different?
No,
today?
that was yesterday.
Okay, all right.
It's a whole new day.
Today it's Christian. You want to take that one?
Yeah, what is it, Christian?
Logan, you're the elephant in the room.
Wow. Wow. He's really been watching his diet lately, and you're going to say something like that?
Jeez, yeah, what's wrong with you, Christian?
I take it back, Logan.
Okay. Who's the elephant in the room?
Never change, Logan. We love you.
Well, thank you. But do you think it might be Tim?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely. It's like M. Night Shyamalan movie. Tim was the elephant in the room the whole time.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, Charles is at. He just messaged me. He's at work. That's why he can't join.
Oh, the elephant you're talking about is because Aiden's an atheist, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, like everybody wouldn't agree to him being the moderator for that reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would certainly protest it.
Me too.
Eat fecal matter, Aiden.
I love you too, Christian.
Aiden,
Hold on, I have a song. I'm cooking up a song.
No crumbs for you today, Aiden.
I know. I was treating Deviant like that yesterday, and now all of a sudden I'm getting the treatment, and it doesn't feel really good.
Sowed. I read that somewhere.
No, it doesn't. Like the reaping part is really good, but like sowing. Let me tell you. Oh, sorry. It's actually the exact. I'm an illiterate idiot that doesn't understand. Doesn't understand the first thing about anything. Yeah, the sewing part. That's awesome. But like the whole reaping thing, like I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's that sewing part that's fun.
I'm glad that Dan thinks that you do real teachings now. That's really funny how you doing a real teaching is like contingent on whether or not you're friends with him or not.
I like being recognized in all my glory. And I appreciate the praise of men, so in that I shall encourage him.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Oh yeah, I was supposed to leave anyways. I guess I'm gonna bounce chicka wounce.
Don't leave.
All right, Logan. I'm gonna scrap my original idea and come up with something new for Sunday. So I will send over notes when I have them.
So, but what were you going to do? Were you talking about Aiden?
No, I was going to do a very long stream about why Christians shouldn't use bad language.
Oh my god. Was that why you were so hesitant when I was like, is there something in the Bible about foul language?
I was
you were
saving it. I was saving
it. So can you tell me about that now, or is that...
Well, I'm going to cancel that, not because it's not true, but because I was doing it for petty reasons.
All right, well, I'm cooking up a song right now, but... Oh, what? This prompt contains language that's been flagged as inappropriate. Whatever.
Did you say Mexican faggot?
No.
Because that's appropriate.
Cigarettes?
That's right.
I do think it was cigarettes. It was the C word.
I wonder if this one will work. I think this one might work. Oh, what?
Sing it, Aiden.
I'm gonna miss you. Bye, don't leave us.
If the South would have won, we'd have had it made.
I'm really.
You ever heard that one, Aiden?
No, I'm too uncultured.
That's an old Hank Williams Jr. song from like the '80s. It's called "If the South Would Have Won, We'd Have Had It Made."
Yeah, do you sing that when you protect all those nice people working in those fields? Just the way you responded with, "I'm protecting them."
Look, it's funny because like I tell these contractors all the time that they're hypocrites because they're all like, "Yeah, Trump's gonna get rid of all these illegals and get America back," and then it's like their whole workforce disappears.
Oh, you mean like Dan? Yeah.
It's like, I didn't think that went through, did you, there, Hoss?
A little bit.
Deported Aiden. Yep, they're going to deport him back to Canada, eh?
Aiden, I thought you were going to come visit America.
Maybe.
I will take you to Papa Do's.
I think you should visit here. There's much more to see around.
We have Papa Do's. I will get you crawfish etouffee.
Ooh. I've never had crawfish etouffee. No, I haven't.
You have no idea.
I do not. Will it accept this?
What happened? Were you on AJ's show the other day?
No, I wasn't.
What's wrong with AJ?
What's wrong with AJ? I just didn't make it to a show.
Too good to be on a show? You too busy?
Yeah.
No love for AJ?
Actually was too busy, yes.
Sorry, AJ, your life's just not that important to me.
I mean, like when you put it that way, it sounds bad.
You sound he was talking about Kent is no more. He's finished. Is that true?
No, I feel like he's probably some more.
What would happen? How would Claude not get to think about him 24 hours and 7 days a week? I joke. Does he think about him 24/7?
Kent Hovind is here to stay like government housing, son. He ain't going nowhere.
This is like the lamest program ever now. It's all like dumbed down.
All right, look, I'm bouncing. You guys just remember that I won the argument with Dustin.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I remember.
Thank you, Logan.
All right. Talk to you later, Christian.
Peace. Hey, thank you for moderating that. I actually feel a lot better.
I am glad to hear that. Whatever people say about me, let it be known that I help make peace between you two today.
No, honestly, like, that stuff bothers me, and I feel a lot better now.
I'm glad to hear that. Just consider that like, he left. Dang it. I was going to say something really clever there. I'm trying to write this song, and it's not letting me.
Aiden. Would you ever like to sing a song about your one true love? Lady Aiden! Hi, I'm Lady Aiden! How are you today?
It is I, Lady Aiden, here to confuse all of you with how much of a monstrosity I look like. Hello!
Like this? Oh, sorry. This is the face you make when you're talking to Bruce. It looked like his eyes about to pop out.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I might have it. Oh my gosh. Okay. This might be the best one yet. It really just depends.
Lady Aiden! Oh. Yep, the government is a good thing. Can't over. You're saying a Christian is a good. Oh. Yep, but the government housing is a good thing. Can't a I'm not sure what that is. Sorry. But hi, Aiden.
Hi, Gangster Ghost.
Do you like the dance?
I do like to dance. I do. You can dance if you. Just looked over at the other screen. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. But if you don't dance,
like this?
You're no friend of mine. That's right. That's right.
Or,
I'm having to like trim this thing so selectively right now because it's the language on it. It's not even a language restriction anymore, it's a character restriction. It is quite tricky, but I think I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, oh, Miss Outcast and Dan are fighting in the comments.
Oh dear.
Yep, government housing is a good thing. Camp Hobo's a I'm not sure what that is, but
let me check.
Aiden,
which comment? Can you
this one.
Yeah, but government housing is a good thing. Kent Hovind's a something or another. Alrighty. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Gigi? What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I just reading what they're saying in the comments. But Aiden, do you want to make a song about your one true love, Lady Aiden?
Of course. I mean, obviously.
What if what will you do? You fall into another dimension where Lady Aiden is married to Dustin.
Well, you know what? I just wouldn't heckin' know what to do about that, would I?
Then you fall into another dimension where Lady Aiden is married to AJ. What do you do then?
I'm not quite sure. You know what? I'll tell you what. I need somebody else to come on here. Deviant, get on the show, please. Somebody get on the show. I'm in the middle of something right now, and I'm not very capable of being able to help out with entertaining right now. Okay, so I need someone else, please, to come on and help carry things. I'm occupied. Do you want to play a video or something while I'm doing this, Gigi?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I really am. I'm just trying to work on this in a way that'll be entertaining to the people.
We'll see what Daniel's Burning Bush doing.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
But to go to a church or to call a church and say, I want to, get an exorcism. I mean, I think they're going to ask you a couple stop on by. We do that between 3 and 4. Like, I mean, I think there's got to be a reason. There's got to be that's why I asked earlier, does he want to come to the faith? Or I don't think they're going to do an exorcism just to do an exorcism. Personally, I don't think so. If he said, I want to come to the faith, but something's blocking me, I feel like there's this evil entity within me that is preventing me, I think maybe they would. But the best thing to do is to call and ask, I guess. I don't know.
Gretchen, do you have any thoughts on this?
Oh, yes. So, let's see. How can I? I happen to be, I guess it would be 3 times great granddaughter of who was a Jewish exorcist in Lithuania. Because You just do it all the time. There's a blessing for everything, you know, like how they say in Fiddler on the Roof. But blessings on a car, Baruch HaKar.
Sorry, Aiden, I have to go. Are you there?
Oh,
Aiden?
okay. Yeah, that's okay.
I have to shut the show down. Talk to you guys later.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. Good being here. Thanks for having the show, Gigi.
You're welcome. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.